Hello, hello, hello. Dr. Mom and Suki reporting live from Lake Havasu City. Campbell, it's Campbell, Cove, RV park. So this is our new home. It's been fun so far. We're having a fun time. But I thought I'd check in before somebody emails me and says, what are you doing? What's happening? Anyway, it's been a little while. I don't know. It's kind of been busy and crazy and all those things, so I'm just going to check in real quick with my regular stuff. What am I doing? Ooh. So, somehow, pickleball has pushed out lifting weights. So, I'm doing pickleball anywhere to 4 to 5 times a week, 6 if I'm lucky. But for some reason, I'm not lifting weights anymore, and I'm going to get flabby muscles. Like I can just feel my muscles are going, what's happening, right? What's happening? For 2 solid years, like I was lifting pretty solid. And now they're starting to go, oh my gosh, what's happening? But you still, like pickleball, I get sometimes 17,000 steps in, so it's still a good workout. What I've found to be very true, very good for me, and I'm still not, like I still have a goal of getting lower in my weight, but I have sustained this weight at least since I lost my initial blast, right, of like 30 pounds for 2 years. And so I'm just if you can get your eating under control, that's to me the biggest thing, and it has been for me anyway. And everybody's so different. Like I talk to everyone about different kinds. Mine is kind of basically a keto type plan, and I drink a lot of water. Probably I try to aim for 150 ounces a day, so that's a gallon, about 20 ounces, right? And I got all this from Code Red. So Christy Nichols, who just competed in a bodybuilding competition, by the way. She's 47 now, looked phenomenal. I never got to that point, but she did it on this plan that I live on. She looked phenomenal. I think she took 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. So I still have a dream of that, but until I have the money and resources to have somebody, hey Richard, somebody training me, I'm not going to get down as low. I have to have a trainer because I'm not as strict, obviously. I keep losing and then gaining this little bit of weight. But so, what I wanted to let you know, and anybody who wants to join me, I am doing a 30-day, 10-pound challenge with Christy Nichols again, starting on Monday. She's phenomenal. It's kept my weight off for 2 full years. I still follow what she says, which is basic. Water, at least a gallon. You have to weigh every single day on the scale, and to me, it makes all the difference, because if I don't, I lie to myself. Like I'm like, you can have that. You don't weigh this, but if you weigh in, you know what you weigh, and anything that you put in your body that you shouldn't is going to make you gain, and so it keeps you. I used to hate weighing on the scale, but now I use it as a tool, so it keeps me in line, you know. Anyways, so, and then sleep. Sleep is another thing that she swears by, and everybody I've studied, it's kind of the same thing. You have to get plenty of sleep, so do what you can. So for instance, I can't have coffee after 12 noon, because if I did, I would be up all night and I wouldn't sleep. Sometimes on Friday I'll have a fun party cup at night of coffee, but I don't normally do that, and I have to be so careful what I have in the afternoon so I'm not wide awake all night, so I get plenty of rest. I sleep well anyway, so I feel bad for people who don't, because I sleep really well. Um, 6 to 8 hours is pretty normal for me now that I'm not working at ISU. I'm like getting up and working out in the mornings and everything. But I kind of the discipline of it was very good for me, and I just was telling myself, you need to get back into a bodybuilding routine, lifting weights again, because like I can kind of feel that I'm slacking on weightlifting, because when I was doing it, I was also stretching and everything that goes with it, and I mean, man, my leg and arms hurt sometimes, and I just get more body aches. So I got to get back into it. But for now, I'm doing a lot of pickleball, and I love it, and I have it. But the sad thing is, my pickleball friends are slowly leaving little by little. So anybody that's lived in Havasu, and I never realized this as much. You talk about snowbirds, but I never lived the snowbird kind of lifestyle, and now I'm realizing. So about March, you lose a big bunch of your friends from the pickleball courts and the RV parks and everywhere around town, and they usually head back to Canada, Minnesota, Wisconsin, California, everywhere. Like, they just leave. And so that's the first wave. The second wave comes about in April, and it's a pretty big wave, like almost all of them. And it's sad because you play pickleball with them every day, and it's pretty fun. But they all leave. And now this is, I believe, probably the last wave of people leaving, because it's getting warm. Like last week, it was in the hundreds. This week's been kind of nice, 80s, 70s, tomorrow, I believe. And so it's cooled off again. But most of them are leaving this week that have kind of waited around. And so we're still, and that makes me sad. I became very good friends with them. But it'll also be fun to see them come back. I think it's September. So Suki's down here. We just got back from walking to the state park and the lake down by the state park, which was beautiful. But it's very windy today. We've had a lot of wind this year. I feel like it's very windy. I'm starting to sweat because I turned the air conditioner off. That's another thing, but that's kind of my RV type thing. So if anybody wants to do the challenge with me, it's 30 days. I'm telling you, she's phenomenal, and you'll learn life-changing things from her. She does 30 days of it on Facebook, $27. And it changed my life. Like, it was good for me. It's not good for everyone, but it was super good for me. So I will put a link to it if you want to do it with me. I expect to lose at least 10 pounds, and then I want to maintain that. You know, to me, it's all about maintaining it, because, oh man, I love food, you guys. I never knew how much I liked chocolate and sugar type stuff until I went on this diet, because you really do cut out all your sugar. You cut out all your sugar. I don't even carry sugar in my RV. I don't carry bread. I don't carry pasta. I don't carry anything that's going to throw me off. I just don't, because I even have a hard time carrying my favorite kind of salt and vinegar almonds, because sometimes I can get a little carried away with those. And those are good for me. But I use stevia. Stevia is good. I use, that's it. Like, I never use any kind of sugar at all. And if I feel like it helps me, like, if I have sugary stuff, which I do usually sometimes on the weekend. I just had some yesterday, good old ice cream. This lady told me about this ice cream joint just down the road, and we had to go try it, so can I. I had an espresso ice cream with beef bark crunch in it, and it was fabulous. It was fabulous. And so what happens to me when I have sugar, I start getting hot flashes and more, and I'm hot and everything. So sugar really, ooh, it's not good. And then my arms start hurting and stuff like that. Kind of the arthritis kicks in, inflammation. So I try to stay away from any kind of sugar. But it is kind of hard. It's everywhere. I don't even eat fruit because it's got a lot of sugar in it. And every once in a while I have some berries, strawberries and things, but I just don't keep it in here because I'm not at goal yet. So I'm still working on it. Anyway, okay. So what do I eat? So I have been doing sort of a 16-hour fast window, I guess window you would say, where I'll eat, I won't eat after 6 p.m. I won't eat all day till about noon or 1 or 2, and that'll be my meal. I like boiled eggs and I put them in pickle juice. I like pickled eggs. I might have a couple pickled eggs when I go to pickleball just for the energy and some almonds. But generally I try not to if I'm not hungry. But I drink a lot of water. So first thing in the morning, hi Shelly. First thing in the morning I'll have 40 ounces of water. When I keep this full and I use Ultimate in it because it's got electrolytes. And I really get dehydrated, and so I have to have a lot of electrolytes. And so I have that. I make myself do 40 ounces of water before I get out of bed. My second thing is 20 ounces. I have coffee. I will allow myself some heavy whipping cream in it with some stevia. Sometimes I make myself not have heavy whipping cream, but I do it. So 20 ounces of coffee, and then I'm up and going in the morning. And then I have another 40 ounces when I go to pickleball. I'll take it with me. And then another 40 ounces, let's see, 40, 48, 120. So another 40 ounces when I get home. And lately I've been I do like apple cider vinegar at night too. It really helps me keep hydrated as well, with half a lime or lemon and the salt. I use the pink salt in it and stir that up and I drink that, and that helps. And then I'll have a couple 12 ounces of, do you guys like bubbly? Do you know what bubbly is? It's phenomenal. My son kind of turned me on to it, and it doesn't have any sugar. It's just like a, I don't know what you want. It's not like a club soda with some kind of flavoring. It's super good. So I'll have 2 of those. I think they're 12 ounces, and then some more water before I go to bed. But you get used to it. It seems like a lot, but you do get used to drinking that much. And honestly, when you do that, when you force yourself to get used to it, I remember when I first did the Code Red program, it was hard for me to get used to drinking at all. Like, there's things you can do, like you just drink, count to 10, drink it. But now I'm so used to it, if I don't drink it, I can tell. And I don't drink anything else except coffee and the bubbly and vinegar. But it kind of replaces what you drink. Like, I don't ever have pop or anything like that. However, I did just make some, I don't know if you guys like it, but I love making my own version of, like, a tea with lemon in it. So the big old bags that we make, tea in. My mother-in-law taught me how to do this. You take a big jar and you put 2 of those packs of tea, Lipton tea, or whatever kind, with hot water, boiling hot water, let it seep for 15 minutes, and then fill it up in a half-gallon jar. And then I use about 5 lemons because I love lemons, love them. And then some stevia, and that's what I've been drinking now. I have that in here, and it's super good and refreshing for summertime. I put a lemon in it, it's really good. So that's what I'm having now, which is, I feel like it's really good for you too. The tea, the caffeine in the tea doesn't seem to bother me so far. So hopefully we'll be alright with that. Okay, so let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in my working out. pickleball. We walk a lot too. I take Suki walking every morning, and we just got back probably a couple miles. I'll take her so she does her thing, and she stays in the RV when I go out places. So we've been getting used to that as far as weather-wise is going. So let's slide into the RV thing. So it's Campbell Cove has been a lot of fun. I had to let Lisa and Todd have their house back. You know, they got company coming, and it was time for us to move again because it's just, you know, they've been so good to us, and so it was just time. Up here we have a pool. I haven't used it very much, but I will. And the jacuzzi, I did use a jacuzzi. You can wash your clothes. I'm fully plugged in, you know, the only thing is electricity. So in the RV, what I noticed, and I'm in here full time for anybody who doesn't know, 2 years now again. So I sold everything and hit the road in the RV. About 20,000 miles. I bought it brand new, so she's got about 22,000 miles on it now. And it's been great. Like, I don't miss a lot of possessions, and I don't need a bunch. Whatever fits in here is all I have. Had to add a little more now that I'm a realtor, but I have to have some decent clothes to wear to work, right? So anyway, most RVs have an air conditioner on the roof. Well, mine doesn't have a thermostat, and so if I use it, it kind of goes full blast. The air conditioner the blower part never really shuts off. So here I have to pay for electricity. So my water and sewer is all included, but electricity is extra. So I'm having to figure out exactly, it can be up to, excuse me guys, $250 if you leave it on all the time. I got a side window air conditioner, so we are getting used to 79 degrees in here, which we were pretty spoiled in Idaho. We kept it 70. I loved it 70 in the house, and I slept in the basement. So Suki's been a little rebellious. She wants out sometimes in the middle of the night because it's a little warm. I started with 75, worked our way into 77. Now we keep it at 79. Right now it's not on, and I have a little fan blowing. So I'm hoping, and so at night it's been pretty nice. It'll shut off. So I'm hoping that it's not outrageous, but I'm trying to figure out what it's going to cost just for the electricity part. So that's something you have to think about. We're going to be here for the summer, although I'm leaving it for about 3 weeks, heading to Kentucky. Suki and I are going to go see my kids. I have a granddaughter graduating high school, which is super exciting. And we might go to Minnesota and drive with Nick and the kids over to Kentucky, and then they'll drive back, and then I'll drive home from there. I'm going to stay an extra week with my grandkids. Hey Erica! So anyway, that's it for RV life. I think, let's see if I have it. Oh, I do have full internet here. So I haven't noticed that I've shut off at all recording this, which is really good. So you have to pay extra for full internet, but my downloads and uploads and all of that has been good. So I haven't had to worry about that here. So that's kind of an added bonus. The other thing that I really noticed here is pretty fun. It's the whole, I feel like it's the whole RV life, snowbird thing, all of that. I told you a lot of my friends are leaving, but you also, you make new relationships. So even in this little park that I'm in, people next to me, the ones that are leaving, that were here all winter, are leaving for the summer, but new people come in like every other day, like all the way around me. So I'm meeting people everywhere, and it's so, I really enjoy it. The same thing with pickleball. You're just meeting people all the time, and they're coming in and out, and And that's the thing I like with being a realtor now, is the relationship building. It's pretty cool, although it's just a whole different ball game, right? It's a whole different thing than what I've ever been used to, because I've never really been in sales. So, okay, that's it for the RV. We're going to have to deal with 120-degree weather. So I do have blackout curtains everywhere, but what I notice now is when it's nice, I got everything blacked out, and it's hard to open the window so I can get some breeze running through. Saving electricity, that's what it's all about. So we're making it happen. Let's see. So moving forward, what's happening? What's happening when moving forward? Well, I feel like every day, when you kind of, and like when I decided to, and it was through doing all these videos, right, that I just decided kind of to jump off a ledge and quit my 14-year job before I was actually retired and just go for it, because my life wasn't going where I was really stuck. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? And I just talked through it, and I'm like, okay, I'm just moving forward. And since that day, which was 2 years ago, I've had so many huge blessings come in my life and experiences, and grown as a person, and just, it's been incredible. And I'm still going through changes. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. I remember even going to pickleball course for the first time, being that anxiety that you get. It's so strange, because you get that as a kid, but when you do something like I'm doing, and you're changing constantly, you get that anxiety again. It's like a little weird, but what I found is if I'll just do it, and just actually, I mean, you experience the whole thing, like relationships, like people that are already in groups don't kind of include you. And I remember even telling this one girl, I feel like the kid who doesn't get picked, because I wasn't that good when I first got here. I'm getting better, and they're getting to know me, but it's such a weird phenomenon. And when you move forward in your life, you step out of your comfort zone, because I really did. You put yourself in situations where you're growing constantly growing. And so it's kind of strange. Just how, like, I became a realtor, and then going to the job for the first time. You know, these are all new people. These are all new experiences. I'm still going through that. So we have a system where we cold call people, basically, and it's weird. I don't know if anybody's done it, but you just have to just not think about it. Like for me, I just don't think about it, and I just think, this is my best friend. I'm talking to my best friend. And I'm getting better and better. It is a little uncomfortable. And then talking to them, figuring out, how do I do this? You know, this is a new thing for me. How do I do this? It's kind of scary. Getting somebody who says the first time I showed a house, that was scary, because I'm like, you know, how do I find it? Blah, 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 like how you get in. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but after the first couple times, then it comes a little more smooth, but it's all new to me, and so it's a little bit, and then like writing a contract and listing a property, I haven't got to do that yet, so when it comes, I know it'll come, like I know it will, but it's just, you know, that anxiety, and you start going, woo, you know, and you just jump in and start doing it. It's super exciting. All of those things are helping me move forward in my life, and it's scary, but it's good. Like, I'm growing as an individual. Like, you get to a place where you really start believing in yourself, and it's just this freedom, like an independence. It's very nice. But one thing I've been working on, because I'm not going to lie, when my husband died, the grief was overwhelming. It's been almost 8 years now. And I'll tell you, it took all of that time for me to work through the grief who am I as a person, a single person. Um, um, Losing my best friend, the person that I was going to do all these things with, retire, do all these RV things, all these things I didn't have anymore. And so really, and then my kids had moved away, my grandkids it was a strange thing. And so a lot of the reason I did travel was to find where I belonged, because I didn't have that sense of belonging after I lost my husband. I felt very much alone and in search of finding my roots again. Thank God I've always had God. Thank the Lord. But I'll tell you what, I've been really dealing with being single for the whole time that after my husband left. Just, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I still have been dealing with it, but I've been at church. They have this group called King Singles Kingdom, and it's been really good. I haven't made it because I had to work the last time, but last few times, but they give us a cool workbook to work through, and it's been really good for me. One of the things I really like that helped me put it into perspective is there's sort of this pressure I think we put on ourselves that we can't be single and be okay. Like I did. I think I miss the companionship and everything that I had. And I don't know, even the hugs, the relationship, the talking to someone, things like that. But what I'm learning is that when you're single in God's kingdom, and it's a good way to look at it. I mean, you kind of get pressure to get married from, I don't know, a young age and everything. And even now, like, people are like, I can't believe you're still single. I can't either. But it's God's, that's what he wants from me, I've traveled all over, man. I just still am. I don't know. But so this is how it's explained to me through this Singles Kingdom, is that people are a single key. So a man and a woman say, you are a key that unlocks a door, and you're complete. You don't need another key to unlock that one door. That to me was, they kind of put it in my head, oh yeah, it's okay to be single and be okay about it. Like, you are complete. That's what I'm trying to say. So, like, you're complete as a single person. You don't have to have another person to complete you. And that's what I've been going through. For some reason, I kept feeling like I wasn't going to be happy without someone to complete me. And that's where I had it wrong, because I believe the reason I'm still single is because God wants me to spend more time with him and not with distractions, right? Seems like it. I pray more. I do more meditation. I started reading the Bible from beginning to end again, just because if I don't, I'm overwhelmed with this loneliness and this need to have some kind of companionship. And when I do that, I do feel complete again, and I've had to do that. So that's my take, and I'm sticking to it. That's my moving forward thing. I'm still growing. For anybody who's just lost someone or just single again, keep hanging in there, because it gets easier. But divorce is the same way. Like, I've heard it likened very much to grief. Grief, you go through grief. You go through the same things when you're losing a spouse. So it's very difficult. It was for me. Now maybe it's not for everyone, but where I was by myself, and my kids are gone, and my grandkids have moved far away. Man, I had to make some adjustments, and it's been good for me. And I just keep going. I remember when he first passed away, I remember thinking, okay, I just have to get out of bed, fall on my knees, get up, and go for the day. And that's how it was. And each day got easier. But I'm 7 years into it, almost 8 now, and I'm doing way better. But I don't know that you ever change, sort of. You don't ever change. I don't know. I don't want to say change. You don't ever not miss them in your life. You don't ever. I will always miss that part of me. But he gave me so many. We grew together 30 years, 32. He left such a big impression in my life in so many ways that I still carry that. So, hey, Lachelle, nice to hear from you. Nice to see you on here. So anyway, I'm doing Bible study. I go to church on Sundays. Those things help strengthen me. I would be a big mess, probably hanging out at the bars too much. Just something, trying to fill my needs somewhere, you know. I don't know, but so it's helped strengthen me in a big way. And I get to go see my kids, so and grandkids, and that's so fulfilling. I miss them so much. That's such a blessing. I've been blessed with 3 beautiful kids and 6 because they're married to beautiful people. So I have 6 kids and 9 grandkids. So I'm so blessed. So at the end of the month I get to go see them, fill my heart up. Oh, it's going to be so grand. Okay, so you know what? The only thing I really have left is talking about being a realtor. It's kind of, like I said, it's been a growing experience. I'm so thankful for the company that I'm working for, like Havasu City Property, because phenomenal training, Erica. Wow, phenomenal training. And just anytime I have a question, somebody's there for me. And it's, like I said, you get anxiety. It's something you haven't done before, and you're like, what do I do? Just like a kid, you know what I mean? And so I'm struggling with the marketing part of it, but I'm trying to get better. It's been a struggle, like being where I was 2 years semi-retired and not working. It's been a struggle getting into full working sense mode again and doing all the marketing I need to do and all those things. But I'm getting it. It's coming. And it's like I said, building relationships. I liken it kind of a little bit to like when you're fishing for, you know, how long, how much do you say, what do you not say, what do you throw out there. It's kind of it's a strange thing. I think it's good for people to learn. But it's building relationships. That's like the key. If you can get them on the phone, which you can always, talking and visiting and get understanding, it's very enriching because you're meeting all these new people. And I've been so blessed in this area. I love Havasu for that. Like I am meeting so many new people. It's so cool. And Lake Havasu has stuff going on all the time. Like every day, there's a live band play. You can go down to the Flying X and take dancing lessons in the Eagles and do line dancing. There's car shows. There's pickleball. There's bowling. There's boating adventure things going on. You could rent. One thing I thought that I need to do, I think Suki will like it, is try paddleboarding. And try her on it and see how we do with that. I think that would be fun, now that it's getting warm enough to go in the water. Fun times. So that's all I really have for reporting what I'm doing. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being here. And I will just say, see you for now, and I'll try to check in sooner. My friend Donna's always calling going, what is happening? Although she's got a new baby, so she's not checking in on it as much. New grandbaby, so she's pretty busy. But she will text me and say, you need to get another video going. So I need to do it every day on YouTube, but am I gonna? I don't know. Marketing. Marketing is a skill, you guys. It's a skill. Video making, all those things. So, okay, I better sign off. I just had some extra time today before I got busy. We just got back from walking the lake and back. So, I'm going to sign off. Have a blessed rest of your week. And until next time, see ya. Jamata matane, my friend, my Tomodachis. Much love.